So what's the difference between a HELOC and a cash out refinance? In this video, I'm going to break down these financing options, what the advantages are and the disadvantages, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey everybody, my name is Lillian Chuckweezy. Welcome to my channel where I talk all about buying and living in Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. I give tips and advice to help you along your home buying journey, and if you haven't done so yet, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. And if you're ready to start the process of purchasing your first home or investment property, make sure you reach out to me. I'm a licensed loan officer and I'm also a real estate agent, and I have an amazing team of agents that I work with. The information is down below. Let's get you started. So one of the biggest advantages of owning real estate is the ability to leverage it in so many different ways. One of the ways you can leverage real estate or your house in this situation is to tap into the equity that you've built over time. And you can actually do that by either utilizing a home equity line of credit or a cash out refinance. So what's a home equity line of credit? Also known as a HELOC. Basically, it gives you access to a sum of money that you have the ability to use within a certain time frame, usually between 5 to 10 years. It's similar to a credit card where it's a revolving open line of credit, but it's on your home that you can continuously use and pay down, but within that 5 to 10 year span. Now, during that time, you actually make interest-only payments, and once the period ends, there's a repayment period where the interest and principal must be paid off. A HELOC still has to go through underwriting like a typical mortgage because you are using equity in your home to back up the loan. But it may actually be better than a cash out refinance if you are doing renovations because you won't be locked into a specific amount. However, a HELOC is considered a second mortgage, which means you will have a separate monthly payment from your original mortgage. Whereas a cash out refi will be a totally new loan. Now, a cash out refinance is when you use the equity in your home to borrow a larger amount than your current mortgage balance. And you can also use this cash to finance renovations or even expand your investment portfolio. So, for example, if you have an existing mortgage of, let's say, about $200,000, with the cash out refinance, you might be able to borrow $250,000. The first $200,000 will pay off your current mortgage, and you will have the flexibility with the remaining $50,000. Now keep in mind, refinancing allows you to lock into a loan as a fixed rate as opposed to a HELOC that typically has an adjustable rate. So you're probably asking which one is better. Well, it depends. Everyone's situation is different, but the first thing to note is that regardless of which option you choose, these are both loans that need to be paid off. So you should be most concerned with which option will give you the most favorable borrowing terms and the best monthly payment. With mortgage refinancing rates still being pretty low, if you are a borrower with a strong credit history and a strong credit score, then you might be able to lock in rate lower on a refinance than with a HELOC. But you may have to pay more in closing costs, and if the equity in your home falls below 20%, then the lender may charge private mortgage insurance. But also consider with the refinance, you will have a single home loan to pay off versus multiple payments as you would if you get a home equity line of credit attached to your original mortgage. However, HELOCs are much more flexible because you don't have to commit to a specific amount to borrow. You can actually apply for a larger line of credit than you would initially need and give yourself more flexibility. So you can access the funds only when they are needed, and untapped funds will not incur interest, which is really, really good. So basically, you only pay for what you use. Also keep in mind that there are closing costs whether you choose to go the cash out refi route or the HELOC route. But because you're not refinancing an entire mortgage with a HELOC, those fees to close might be a lot lower. So a HELOC might be a great source to tap into for emergency funds. The good thing about both financing options is that you can actually benefit from tax breaks, and they both follow the same rules. If you use a HELOC to fund capital improvements for your property that you own, then you can actually deduct the interest on the amount that you borrow. Cash out refinances work the same way because you can deduct the interest on the excess cash that you borrow if it's being used to make improvements to the property that you own. So back to the question of which one is better, I can't give a specific answer, but generally a HELOC may be more favorable if you have ongoing renovations that you need to finance. And the cash out refinance might be more favorable if you have a high interest rate on your current mortgage. With the HELOC, your monthly payments can vary substantially, but with a cash out refinance, you have a fixed rate and a longer term, which might offer you some peace of mind. So just remember, HELOC operates like a credit card, and the cash out refinance basically replaces your mortgage. Either way, both need to be paid back because if you default, then a lender can foreclose on your home. So make sure you have the ability and a plan in place to pay back the loan. And if you're still having a hard time figuring out which option is best for you, please go ahead and reach out to me. I would love to talk to you more about your specific situation and help you figure out the best option for you. My contact information is down below in the description. And with that being said, I hope you got some value from this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. And as always, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Hit that like button so I can keep the channel going. Until next time, guys, stay safe and stay blessed.